Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. I am your host, Muneeb Hamid. Welcome back to another episode of the Almost Serious Show, where we don't fix the country, we just roast the people who broke it. So today's episode is completely packed because in the last 48 hours, Pakistan has declared full-on WWE with smog, Punjab versus pollution, no holds barred edition, watched Karachi become the only city where falling in a manhole is more common than getting a parking spot. And India, bhai, their rupee is falling faster than Pakistani hopes during a budget speech. So buckle up and get ready. So, all right, Pakistan. So, in today's episode, let's start from our neighbor, India. The piss drinkers, right? So, India's rupee, Asia's worst currency of 2025. Who would have imagined that? How did we get there? I thought, last I heard, they were becoming the Asian tiger. इनका तो पैसा ही नहीं संभालने हो रहा इन लोगों से अब. And whose currency is currently performing worse than our cricket team in the 2023 World Cup? Indian currency. Yes, India's rupee has officially become Asia's worst performing currency of 2025. And honestly, for the first time in economic history, Pakistanis are looking at the Indian rupee like, bro, you good? Tabiyat theek hai, say theek hai. Because things have slipped so fast, even gravity was like, yaar, thoda dheere. You know, wo dheere dheere hai na, meri zindagi mein aana. It's like, dheere dheere, rupee, tu mere dur se jana. And I'm not catching you. So what happened to the Indian rupee? Now, that's a big question. And I'm sure even you guys must be thinking about it. So the economists say it's because of US-India trade war tensions. Foreign investors are pulling out. RBI is acting like that strict brown dad. Beta, no spending, just no print, no spending, no printing, just sit quietly. So India's out here fighting America and losing to the dollar harder than we lose to the IMF conditions. At independence in 1947, $1 was around 4 rupees. Now it's 89 rupees Indian. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, even with all of our economic struggles, we're watching India slide and saying, for once, it wasn't us. Why this crash feels extra embarrassing for India? For years, Indian media was like $5 trillion economy. $5 trillion economy. Superpower. Vishwa Guru. And the Indian rupee was like, sir, I am literally dissolving. Like the Indian democracy. Whew. And India wanted to be the next China. Ha ha ha. Yes, your eyes are closed. Something else is big open. But the rupee decided to become the next Sri Lanka instead. So, bad luck to India and bad days for India coming up. So, Punjab versus smog now in Pakistan. The ultimate fight has begun, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to another episode of Government Finally Woke Up. Let's talk about Punjab, where the chief minister basically said, if it has smoke, kill it. Because Punjab has now announced a massive anti-smog measures, including banning petrol, motorcycles, rickshaws. Yes, the classic rickshaw that's been coughing more smoke than a 90s PTV villain. Cigar, is gone, finished. RIP rickshaw, 1947 to 2025. And not just that, petrol motorcycles too are also being phased out. Bro, 90% of Pakistanis just clutched their horns, 70s, like they were their children. The cabinet said every government department must now buy electric or hybrid cars only. And then they ban washing cars at home using water. And this one hit the uncles really hard because, washing the car daily is the desi version of therapy. Uncle at 6 a.m. would, wake up, find a pipe, shorts, and no reason to be alive, except that Corolla, devastated, right? Punjab also announced color-coded waste bins, like in, developed countries, which is adorable because, we're still going to put everything in the wrong bin. And plastic in the food bin. Food in the recycle bin, and chappal in the battery bin. It's tradition for Pakistan. And yes, they introduced strict penalties for burning plastic. Acha. Because half the country burns shopping bags like they're, scented candles. They also demolished 450 industrial units, sealed thousands of brick kilns, and fined factories rupees 230 million. Honestly, this is the most action Punjab has seen since PSL season 1. It is. Is all this enough to fix the smog? We'll see. But at least it's the first time Punjab did not try to fight smog by closing schools for 2 days and praying for rain. Pakistan, we might actually be learning and adopting. And here comes the next story. Bhutto aaj bhi zinda hai. Karachi's manhole crisis. This isn't an accident, it's a policy. Karachi, congratulations. You've unlocked a new level of dystopia. You just murdered a 3-year-old child who fell into that manhole because of the sheer incompetence of the government, of the party which has been ruling Sindh for the past 1.5 decade. You murdered that 3-year-old child. Because apparently, in this city, even going shopping with your kid requires a survival kit, a GPS, and a night vision goggle. On Saturday night, near Nipa Chaurangi, a 3-year-old boy, Ibrahim, fell into an open manhole and then he disappeared. And for 3 hours, no government team showed up. For 3 hours, no team showed up. No rescue. No KMC, no KWSB, no K whatever, no Bhutto showed up. No one showed up to save this kid. Even the neighborhood cat would have arrived faster. People on the street, random citizens tried to save this child. And this isn't a one-off. Karachi roads are basically a Mario Kart level. Open manholes, craters, footpaths that look like they lost a WWE match. 2024, 9,000 traffic accidents, 771 deaths, 8,111 injuries. First 7 months of 2025, 538 deaths, more than 5,500 injuries. This isn't the first accident. This has been ongoing repetitively. Thousands have been injured due to government negligence of the roads. These aren't accidents. These are the results of negligence and sheer corruption and incompetence by the Pakistan People's Party government in Sindh, which has been ruling Karachi and destroying Karachi. And then there's lack of accountability. Nobody wants to do the work. They just want to point fingers. Bhuttos will point it at Tesori. Tesori will point it at Murtaza. Murtaza will point it to the utilities. And the cycle of blame will go on and more people will continue to get injured and die, and drown in these manholes and these open gutters. And then the end. Round and round and round. Meanwhile, the roads look like they were freed after 75 years of colonialism. These aren't accidents. These are policy failures. These are corruption wounds. These are systems collapsing so hard, even gravity feels guilty. You know what Karachi needs? Not another committee, not another inquiry. It needs someone to simply put a lid on a hole. That's it. Basic municipal governance, not rocket science, not CPEC, not Vision 250. Just put a cover on those holes. Because until that happens, Karachi will keep burying people in the gutters, in these manholes, while leaders keep bearing responsibilities. Bilawal's constitutional warning, playing with fire, literally. All right, Pakistan, let's talk about Bilawal. Because Bhai came to the mic and basically said, if anyone tries touching the 18th Amendment or the NFC, you are playing with fire. And 18th Amendment is the amendment which has destroyed Pakistan. NFC has destroyed Pakistan. And these people are not honest with Pakistan. And I'm saying it upright. 18th Amendment has destroyed this country and it needs to be revisited and it needs to be undone. And honestly, given our political history, he's not wrong. This country has already been playing, Jenga with the constitution since 1947. Bilawal kept it simple. Anyone trying to, cut provincial powers or slash NFC shares is basically lighting a match next to the petrol station. Bilawal should focus more on his province and his performance in Sindh rather than worrying about the federal issues. Bilawal said the 18th Amendment is the strongest protection provinces have, and any rollback, especially shifting powers like education or population control back to the center, is a red line. Why? Because Pakistan's economy literally runs on provincial resources. Punjab's agriculture, Sindh's coal, Balochistan's minerals, Karachi's trade, KP's labor, weak provinces means weak federation. Pakistan People's Party's stance is crystal clear. No touching provincial rights, no reducing NFC shares. Open reforms only if 18th Amendment stays untouched, like, tweaking Article 243 or forming a constitutional court. Bilawal also warned that messing with the constitutional balance, it's going to create instability, and external enemies love when Pakistan fights itself. You know what Pakistan's enemies love? Is you people. Pakistan People's Party. Pakistan's enemies love Pakistan People's Party. Pakistan's enemies love these political parties who have done literally nothing for the people of Pakistan except for sheer incompetence and corruption and building their own, mahals. Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari should answer why this 3-year-old child died in a manhole. I just visited Karachi. मैं अभी कराची से होकर आया हूं. And I tell you, मैं आपको honestly बताऊं, they have successfully destroyed one of the most finest cities in the world. मेरे गांव, पंजाब में मेरे गांव की सड़क कराची के DHA से बेहतर है, साफ है. कराची का बैरियर टाउन से, कराची की लश इलाके से बेहतर है. The underdeveloped areas in Punjab are better than the city, municipal city in Karachi. They've been looting. That's it. 3-year-old child dies in a manhole. In the 21st century, 2025, more than 78 years of independence, and you can't find a cover to that manhole. And with the NFC meeting coming up, if someone tries to play smart with the provincial autonomy, People's Party is ready to play hardball. Well, to Pakistan People's Party, try playing a hardball. Because I think now the days of incompetence and corruption are coming to an end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your weekly reminder that although the show turned out to be a bit serious and in the end, because this is my heart speaking, a 3-year-old child dies in Karachi falling into a manhole. And if this does not shake your spirit, and if this news does not shake your soul, you're dead. Our laws are finally waking up in certain areas. Our cities are still falling apart. Our politicians are threatening fire to the state. There was another Pakistan People's Party man who threatened the state once. His name was Asif Ali Zardari, and he said certain words like "eent se eent baja denge," and then he had to live the rest of his life in Dubai for a long period of time. Anyways, just giving you Pakistan People's Party a reminder. And India's rupee is threatening gravity. Pakistan may be chaotic, corrupt, dusty, confusing, but one thing is guaranteed. It is never boring. Don't walk around it, report it. Because apparently the government won't notice unless we make noise or a trending hashtag. So I am Munib Mohammed signing off from the Almost Serious Show, which turned out to be a bit serious in this episode because of the serious stories. But inshallah, see you tomorrow, same time, same chaos, and we'll try to get you some non-serious stories as well. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.